Nossa, agora a luz do bancário aqui. Você está na cabana. Aproximar-se dela.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Que é você, um aspecto frágil. Este é o fim do mundo. Deixa sair daí. Você conhece o narrador. Foi você que enviou para ceifar a princesa. Foi você que me prendeu aqui. Você sabe sobre os mundos além deste lugar? Cara, muita pergunta. Você é a princesa. Nós não conhecemos. O que vai acontecer agora? Atacar a entidade e destruir seu corpo. Que é você?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Não sei o que sou. Sou uma pessoa. Eu sou tudo menos uma pessoa. Luzes solitárias, como assim?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Você acha que eu
I
sou?
think that you are like me. We are oceans,
Essa arte
reduced
aqui
to
tá
shallow
diferenciada, hein, véi?
creeks.
Nós vamos protegendo o coração. Que loucura. Nós somos oceanos reduzidos a córregos rasos. Cadê você conhece o narrador?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Será que o narrador
The
é coisa da minha
space
mente?
we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found
Não se
peace.
lamente, ela encontrou a paz.
How can the world have ended if we are talking? I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are. She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends? You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Ih, rapaz, e agora? Não tem medo de que eu encontre um jeito de matá-la?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything, until we meet again. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Não vou voltar, faça-me esquecer. E agora, rapaz? Da onde que ponto eu volto? Aí vamos lá,
She
vai.
asks that I tell you to remember her.
Ela quer que eu peça para você se lembrar dela. Eu volto pro início,
You
vamos
won't.
descobrir. Tudo fica escuro e você morre. Um coração desgastado, capítulo 1, o herói e a princesa.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Observação. Para ignorar os diálogos já vistos, pressione Tab no teclado, R1 no seu controle. Mas aqui a gente já viu lá no começo, então vamos direto pra cabana.
You make your way up
Resetou
the
o mundo,
short
voltou pro
path
começo,
of the
agora vou fazer
cabin.
diferente, né?
You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Eu posso matar ela de vez, já chegar matando, mas eu posso deixar ela em paz. Vamos tentar deixar ela em paz?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp. A hint of rot filters. Her voice softly carries up the...
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here
Ah, cheguei, eu não ia falar que eu desci aqui desarmado.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains? Okay. Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
É, o diálogo
Is
fica pouco diferente.
Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Por que ela não fala o nome dela?
I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back.
Não tô sabendo o que o narrador quer, não.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but... Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has...
Aí daqui ela fala que eu não posso falar.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Vamos falar ela logo, sem muita enrolação.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
O herói tá
Walk up
concordando
to the
comigo.
chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Ih, rapaz, vamos perguntar se ela tem alguma
Maybe
ideia.
there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Que isso, me trancaram
Someone
aqui.
else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Que isso, o narrador me prendeu aqui, será?
You make your way to the bottom of the
Safado.
stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Que
before
isso?
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Verdade, né?
She didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you.
Ixi, será que ela é
Let's get out of
monstro
here.
mesmo?
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Eu não posso deixar ela escapar. Foi ele que fechou a porta. Ai, que
As the
safado.
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Que isso? Ele tá me controlando.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny
Não
the
tava esperando
reality
eu
of what's
também, não.
happened.
Eu achei que ia dar tudo certo e ia salvar a princesa.
It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Tadinha, ela chorou por mim. A donzela.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Fala que não.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't... If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be...
A voz da apaixonada apareceu mais cedo agora.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Digamos que esteja dizendo a verdade, a situação atual já tenha acontecido. Por que eu daria ouvidos a você? Por que eu daria trabalho de agir?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone. Just be quick
Conversar
about
sobre a
it.
princesa. Ela só conseguiu me matar da última vez porque deixei. Ela mal consegue segurar uma faca. Como que isso vai destruir o mundo? Quem a trancou no porão? O que acontece com esse lugar?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Tô achando que foi o narrador que prendeu ela lá, velho.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that... Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath.
Wow.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know, but there was a mirror a second, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Não vou pegar punhal não. Não peguei na primeira vez, não vou pegar nessa também não.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this?
Eu vim direto em resgatar. Não, vamos
If
fazer
another
essa daqui,
version
ó.
of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Pra destruir o mundo, eu acho que ela não vai gostar, velho. Então vamos resgatar direto.
What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her binding. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
É, o que eu faria se já fiz bem deixar a arma lá, então.
Villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Poxa, mas outra vez eu também não tentei te matar, fia.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Tava esperando desenrolar também, não, mano.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
Quer dizer, você meio que perguntou da última vez. Será que ela tem lembrança da outra vida, véi?
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Vou ficar perguntando o que ela quer, que senão vou botar ideia na cabeça dela. Vamos só embora.
Sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Cara, que filha da puta, véi.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Eu fiz isso da última vez. Será que não foi ele, véi?
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Blech.
Caraca, o narrador é contra o amor mesmo, né, véi? Que isso, cara.
Lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs.
Nossa, a faca tá
and
aqui, véi.
blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Tá gostando disso? Não está, deve estar gostando de usar qualquer oportunidade que tem pra prolongar o fim do mundo e me fazer sofrer. Não é? Eu te odeio. Caramba, mano, o narrador eu não tô entendendo, mano.
You know, if her walking out that door is really gonna end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her.
Por que a gente pode viver feliz pra sempre na cabana? Precisamos de um ao outro para sermos felizes. Não quer ficar aqui? Provavelmente ela não vai querer ficar aqui, né? Foi onde ela foi presa. Vamos embora.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
O amor vai libertar você. Em seguida, pisa no lado de fora.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Mas você não teve chance de fazer tal casaco, nem nunca terá. É hora de partir, a memória retorna. Ih, vai virar feliz, cara. Cadê?
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen? Okay. If you say so. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
É, mas acho que a gente vai voltar desde o começo. com inchaço, você cresceu. O nome do achievement. Você se encontra no silêncio inabalável mais uma vez. Conseguir até a cabana. Mas dessa vez ela tá inteira, né? Ó.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Não entendi porque o personagem se forma no humano.
The
Não sei
vessels you
se é
choose
porque
to bring
é
me
um jogo
carry far more
fictício e os caras não
meaning
quis
than
deixar tão
anything
real.
words could say in the
Não sei,
spaces
mano.
between.
Também não entendi. Qual é a sensação de mudar assim?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Cara, tem bastante conversa aqui agora. Quando isso terminar, você sabe o que vai querer fazer.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Você sabe que no final de tudo, quando eu tiver terminado, eu vou matá-la, certo? Que isso, cara? Quando eu volto é como se uma parede invisível me cercasse. Porque eu não consigo fazer as mesmas coisas que já fiz antes.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Por que eu não trataria com gentileza? Você é a única coisa que eu conheço que não faz parte de mim. Será que essas mãos aqui atrás, cada um é uma voz, velho? Você quer que eu traga da
Gifts
próxima
aren't what
vez?
someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Não quero machucá-la, mas eu sei que as coisas ficarão cada vez piores quanto mais vezes eu voltar.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more. and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for if I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. I will
Pra
long for your
voltar.
return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Coração gentil. O herói e a
You're on a
princesa.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Vamos lá.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer. The blade is your implement.
Pegar o
You
punhal.
take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost... Don't let it fool you.
Mas ela ficou diferente
It's
porque eu
all
peguei o
part
punhal,
of
não
the
ficou?
manipulation.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Colocar essa
That giant
primeira.
knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Aí vou ver, sério, a voz dela não tá diferente? Eu sinto que a voz dela tá mais imponente, velho. A primeira vez de todas, né, você fala. Mas a da segunda vez tá diferente,
The
não tá?
blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point?
Da vez que eu decidi salvar ela,
You
tava
should
diferente a
drop
voz, não
it.
tava?
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious
Tá, né? É, mano, eu percebi, velho.
Thank
Parece que é outra
you.
pessoa, eu não
Maybe
sei,
now
mano.
we can just talk.
Vamos conversar.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to
É
face.
com essa que eu acho que eu não posso falar pra ela destruir o mundo.
Unarmed.
Que eu dou ideia nela.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Essa pessoa aqui parece que ela é mais decidida, né? Ó.
Edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. She is. I'm sure of it.
Do you? So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking. I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
E agora eu não sei, hein? Acho que esses dois aqui vão levar em caminho diferente. Vamos deixar ela aqui.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one. I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one
Ninguém
wins
vence.
here.
Por que ninguém foi
It's
destacado?
a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Rapaz,
Slip
mas
these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
não, vamos seguir o plano e mantê-la
It'll be the
presa.
death of
É.
all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never.
Mas por que eu vou dar uma de maluca comigo e não dar uma de maluca com quem prendeu aqui a primeira vez?
know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
pode me ameaçar do quanto quiser. A única coisa que faz é aliviar minha consciência culpada. Então tudo isso passou de uma atuação, não é mesmo? Você não é de fato inocente ou inofensiva. Você nem sequer é uma princesa. Você é um monstro. Ignorá-la e dormir. Não, vamos dar uma mexida nela.
Harmless, if you wanna be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Isso, ela virou um fantasma.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest.
Agora não tem como matar ela mais, né? Ela virou um fantasma, né?
We both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
O pesadelo, capítulo 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to slay her. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Talvez não apareceu nenhuma voz, né?
And she will do everything in her power to stop you from.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust any. The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Ah, apareceu outro aqui, é o paranoico.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Colunado sobre o espelho na parede, aproximar-se do espelho, pegar o punhal, entrar no porão.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor.
Por que o narrador não viu o espelho?
Into the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Você mentiria sobre o espelho.
Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Do you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?